Hey there folks, how you doing? I've got myself a rake of 3 mainline coaches off eBay, and they are British Rail Mk1 coaches in blood and custard livery. And they're very nice. I've already got a set of centenary coaches by Mainline, these ones here, which I really like actually, and I thought I would get myself a set of Mk1s. I've got 2 composites and the brake. So nice as they are, the mainline coaches have really bad wheels. So I've got a brand new set of Hornby wheels to go on, and I'm also going to tweak the couplings on the middle coach. And with the mainline coaches, you can actually just unscrew the coupling, drill a wee hole and move the coupling back a wee bit, and you'll get a slightly closer coupling between your 3 coaches. I did exactly that on my centenary coach, and you can see there the coupling's just been moved back a wee bit, just to give slightly closer coupling. I think I'm going to look into different couplings. I know there's NEM couplings and KDs and different ones, and I've been looking into them, but it would be very expensive to do my entire rolling stock. But I might experiment with them just for my coaches. So anyway, I think the first thing I'm going to do with these is give them a clean actually, because the roofs are, maybe doesn't show in the camera, but they're a bit grubby looking. So I'm going to give them a very careful, gentle clean. I'm not going to run them under the tap. I'm just going to take a warm soapy cotton bud to them and get them cleaned up. So we shall do that first of all. That's how dirty they are. Really, really bad. I remember way back in the day my father decided it would be a good idea to clean our intercity coaches that we had, of which I still have one actually, with methylated spirits. All I can say is do not clean coaches with methylated spirits. Look at the dirt that's coming off those. Meths is very good at melting paint, and that's exactly what happened. A little bit of dirt's okay though. You know, some people go to great lengths to make their rolling stock and their locomotives look all grubby. Weathering. I'm not personally a fan of weathering, I have to admit. I like my things to look like how they came out the box. Let's just see if the sides are dirty. No, see, the sides are clean, it's just the roofs that are dirty. So the mainline wheels, I mean, they're okay, but the end of the axle is rounded, whereas if you've got Hornby one, let's get one out here, and if you can see, the Hornby one comes to a very sharp point, so it pivots really well in the axle, whereas this is rounded, so this has a lot more friction, and what I've found, especially going around corners, they can actually make a slight grinding noise. And the coaches don't move very smoothly at all, so that's why they're coming out, and we'll put the Hornby ones in. I've just noticed that this bogie here has been taken off at some point, because they have a kind of plastic rivet, I suppose you would call it, but this one's obviously either broken or has been taken off for some reason, and a screw put in its place, because the other one doesn't have that. However, as long as it works, that's absolutely fine. Now this little thing here, no idea what this would actually be on a real coach. That seems okay. On the centenary ones, it was right there, and it was actually catching on the bogies. So I've cut them off on my centenary coaches. Okay, I'm going to make sure the axles are clean, which they're not bad, and then I'm going to put a tiny wee spot of moly grease in the axles just to make sure that they're as little friction as possible. Alright, let's pop these Hornby wheels in. Come on in. Yeah, these are spinning nicely now. I don't know how well you can see that, how well these spin. These are spinning, and the mainline ones, well, of course these ones would, wouldn't they? But you can see they kind of bounce up and down a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. So I find you get quite a bit of wobble on the track with them. Whereas the Hornby ones are nice and smooth. Okie dokie. So I think we shall make the one with the repaired bogie. We'll make this the middle coach. So it's this one we will alter the couplings on. But I'm just going to replace the wheels on the other two coaches first. Okay, so I'm going to remove the coupling to these, which is a simple job. Nice, simple little screw, and the entire coupling comes off. It's one of the great things about the mainline coaches. I'm assuming all the rolling stock is like that. Let me know in the comments. So there's a couple of little nodules there that hold the coupling in place. So I'm going to slice them off because they get in the way. If I push this coupling back a little bit, these little nodules get in the road. And they're supposed to go into these little holes, which is all fine and well and stops the coupling moving about, but I think you don't really need them, to be honest with you. So they're getting sliced off, like so. So as well as cutting these nodules off, I need to cut a kind of wide slot just in the bogie just there, and that's to keep the to allow the coupling hook to move up and down. So what I've done is I've removed the little nodules, and I've also cut this big slot here. Now what that allows me to do is move the coupling back a little bit, just by a couple of millimeters, and the slot allows the coupling arm to go up and down. So all I have to do now is drill a little hole and screw this back on. Put this back in place because I don't want to accidentally drill into my coach. And then we'll, just behind the existing hole, like so. Cut all that away, and that should hopefully allow that screw to tap in there quite nicely. And there we go. There's that coupling on, a little bit further back than it was, and that still works. And there's enough room in there for the adjoining coach to still couple in. I did try with my Centenary coaches pushing all the couplings back, and I thought if I do that I could almost get the buffer to buffer. But no, it was too close, didn't like going around the corners like that. So you only need to do this to the centre coach of the rake. Alright, second hole, attach the coupling, and that should be us. Right, so that's these cleaned up and re-wheeled, and the centre coach has had its couplings fiddled with. So let's go and see how they run on the layout with a locomotive. Okay, so this is interesting. These are brand new Hornby wheels, but that's terrible. Hardly rolls at all. So and it's actually stiff going round the corner, and yet So what I've done is I've pulled the wheels off my my little ventilated van wagons, because they have you know, the old style steel rimmed ones, and they work fine. So fortunately I've got enough of those to fit this coach as well, and the brake coach, and I can put these Hornby wheels onto the ventilated vans, which I've done there, and they seem to be fine on the ventilated vans, but rubbish on the coaches. I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Nice and smooth. Right, what's going to pull them? What's going to pull them? See, they're even moving on their own. What's going to pull them? Well, I think we'll give the Class 29 that pleasure, seeing as it's my newest locomotive, and it'll look very much in place pulling these old Mk1 coaches. Okay, so that's my Mainline British Rail Blood and Custard Mk1 coaches that I got off eBay for 30 quid for the rake of 3, so that's a tenner each, so that's not bad at all. So yeah, very pleased with those. The little tweak to the coupling I think is worth doing. It just closes it up enough to not make it look too bad. So the issue with the wheels is a bit weird. You know, these old steel rimmed wheels work really well, but the brand new Hornby wheels didn't run well at all, but they seem to work okay on the wagons. So I'll need to look into that a wee bit more. I haven't done a layout update in a while, but I think I've pretty much decided that I'm going to put an engine shed in here, and over here, where this little van's been parked for ages, I'm going to take this platform away and I'm going to put a goods depot in there. So there'll be a single little passenger platform there and a goods depot there, I think. So it's going to mean a bit of remodelling in there, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably get a Metcalf goods depot and a Metcalf engine shed. So because I quite like building the Metcalf stuff. That's a Metcalf station there, and that one as well. I quite enjoy building those. Right, okay, catch you later, folks.